Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. It's shared reading time. I hope you enjoyed If You Give a Dog a Donut that we started reading yesterday. We're going to read it again today. As you know, during shared reading, we read the same book all week, except each day there's a new focus. Today, our focus during shared reading is going to be to make sure that we look all the way to the ends of words when we're sounding them out. And as always, when we're reading words, we want to check our reading, self-check our reading by doing 3 things. We always want to make sure that what we're reading makes sense with the picture. We want to make sure what we're reading, it looks right, that what we're saying matches the letters that we see on the page. And we want to make sure that what we're reading, that it sounds right when we read it. So those are 3 things we always want to be doing when we're reading. And today we're going to do those 3 things by making sure we're reading all the way to the ends of words. Okay? Are you ready? Today, since it's a second day reading, If You Give a Dog a Donut, if you remember some of the words, you can already start to join in and read along with me. Okay, let's get started. If you give a dog a donut. Do we remember what we call this page? All the way at the beginning of the book, before we start reading, it has the title of the story on it, If You Give a Dog a Donut. Can you tell me what this page is called in the book? That's right, you got it. It's called the title page. Let's keep going. If you give a dog a donut, he'll ask for some apple juice to go with it. When you give him the juice, oh look, here's a yellow Post-it. That means this word's important. Let's make sure we're reading all the way to the end of the word. Now, this is a word we know already, H-E. What word is that? That's the word he. Let's see if I read the word he in the sentence, if it sounds right. If it makes sense with the picture, if it looks right with the letters that are there, and if it sounds right. Let's see, let's try the word he. When you give him the juice, he drink it all up. When you give him the juice, he drink it all up. Well, does it make sense with the picture? It does. Does it look right with the letters that are there? Let's look at that word again. What letters do we see at the end of the word? What letters are those? Those are 2 L's, that's right. And what sound does the letter L make? That's right, the letter L says L. So what sound are we going to hear at the end of this word? L. So does the word he, does that look right with the letters that are there? No, it doesn't. Does the sentence sound right if I read it with the word he? When you give him the juice, he drink it all up? It doesn't sound right either. So he can't be that word. Let's make sure we read it all the way to the end. Let's see. Heel. Watch me slide my finger under the word while we read. Heel. What's the word? Heel. Let's read the word heel and see if that sounds better. When you give him the juice, he'll drink it all up. Did that sound better? I think so. Good job looking all the way to the end of the word. Then he'll ask for more. There won't be any left, so he'll want to make his own. He'll go outside to pick. Oh, there's another yellow Post-it. Oh, I love studying words. Let's make sure we read this word all the way to the end. Apples. What letter do we see at the end? A letter S. And what sound does S make? S. So what sound should we hear at the end of this word? S. So when we say apples, did we hear the right sound at the end of the word? Yes, we read this word correctly. I always like to go back and read the sentence smoothly once we know we have the right word. Let's do that right now. He'll go outside to pick apples. When he's up in the tree, he'll toss you one. Throwing the apple will make him think of baseball. He'll want to play. You'll have to get a ball and a glove. Of course, he'll also need a bat. He'll ask you to pitch. He'll hit a home run. Then he'll do a happy dance to celebrate. Dancing will make him hot and dusty, so he'll need some water. He'll probably start a water fight. You'll have to dry him off with your bandana. He'll wrap it around his head and pretend that he's a pirate. Then he'll want to go on a treasure hunt. He'll find an old kite and want to make one himself. You'll have to get him some sticks, paper, and string. When the kite is, another yellow post-it. Let's look at this word closely. And remember, friends, our focus today is reading words all the way through to the end. Finish. Oh, I know the word finish. Let's read that sentence and check our reading. Remember the 3 ways we have to check. Does it look right? Does it make sense? And does it sound right? When the kite is finish. When the kite is finish. Does that sound right? When the kite is finish? It doesn't sound right to me. Let's see if it looks right with the letters that are there. Look closely. What letter does the word end in? Yes, you're right. It is a letter D. Now, can you tell me what sound D makes? That's right. D says D. Finish. Does the word finish end in the D sound? No, so it doesn't sound right, and it doesn't look right for the letters that are there. That means the word finish is not the right word. We have to go back and reread our reading. This time, I'm going to slide my finger all the way under the word, all the way to the end. And let's make sure we read all the sounds we see. When the kite is finished, finished, finished. Wow, when the kite is finished. Does that sound right? Did that make sense with the picture? Did it look right with the letters that are there? So the word is finished, not finish. So let's read it smooth now with the right word. When the kite is finished, he'll want to fly it. It will go higher and higher. Until it gets tangled in the apple tree. The tree will remind him of apple juice, so he'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if he asks for some apple juice, let's read this last page together. He'll want a donut to go with it. Excellent reading, friends. Today, when you're reading in your Just Right books, or if you're reading a story just for fun with somebody at home, make sure you're reading all the way to the ends of words. Sometimes we see words we know, and we read them really fast. But sometimes there's an S on the end, or an ED, or an ER, or even an ING. And that changes the way the word sounds. So you have to be a super careful reader and make sure you're reading all the way to the ends of words. What helps me is to run my finger under the bottom of the word until I get all the way at the end. Try that to help you make sure you're reading all the way to the ends of words. Bye, friends. I'll see you tomorrow.